It's 23 minutes past 7. There's been an outpouring of love for a half-front man, Morten Harket, after he revealed he's been diagnosed with Parkinson's.
For many, Morten's famous falsetto in the band's hit song Take On Me is synonymous with the sound of the 80s.
Still impressive. He's not the first celebrity to share his diagnosis in the hope that it will help others. Our former technology correspondent, Rory Catherine Jones, also lives with Parkinson's and joins us now. Rory, hello, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Naga. Great to talk to you.
Morten and you, Morten's Harket's diagnosis, you know, from Movers and Shakers, your podcast, with high-profile people who talk about Parkinson's, just how important it is when someone with a profile or a platform reveals a diagnosis and talks about how they are living with it.
Absolutely. It's long, we felt, been a hidden disease and a disease around which there are lots of cliches. Basically, it's something that only affects old men sort of shuffling around. 5 out of 6 of us in our Moves and Shakers podcast are quite old men. We've also got a woman, Gillian Lacey Solomar, who is one of the quite a few people who get it quite young. So when somebody comes out like that, somebody, as glamorous a figure as Morten Harket, it does raise the profile. It makes people think about the disease and start hearing, we hope, our messages, because our message is that Parkinson's care, in this country in particular, is just not good enough and needs to get better.
We can read a statement, actually, from him in terms of how he came about to reveal his diagnosis, a statement which he has released. He says, acknowledging the diagnosis wasn't a problem for me. It's my need for peace and quiet to work that has been stopping me. And that being very clear that, and going on to say, I'm trying my best I can do to prevent my entire system from going into decline. It's a difficult balancing act between taking the medication and managing its side effects. There are lots of things to unpick there, but I think one of the things was, Rory, having the diagnosis, he says that wasn't the issue. It was just being able to have the diagnosis and have time to be himself, to work and carry on with his life as he wishes it to be.
Yeah, I mean, obviously for a celebrity, it's different, but for non-celebrities, we hear from lots of people who, for instance, don't want to tell their employers if they're still at work because they fear they'll be discriminated against, that they may lose their job. There's a lot of fear about a diagnosis, and there's also a huge challenge in even getting a diagnosis in this country. People write to us saying they've been waiting a year or more to see a neurologist and end up going private. So there's a lot of anxiety around diagnosis, whoever you are, however wealthy or poor you are.
Rory, morning to you. It's Charlie here in the studio. I'm just looking at a couple more of the comments from Morten Harket's statement. It's come through his biographer, in fact. And you were talking about employment a moment ago. Morten Harket is a singer. That is his employment. And he did reference this in what he was saying. He said, Harket is less sure about his future as a singer. The problems with my voice, he says, are one of many grounds for uncertainty about my creative future. He says he's been working on song lyrics, but not sure if he'll be able to finish and release them. I mean, in this context, we're talking about a very famous singer, but I mean, this is work, isn't it? And these problems, not knowing how you will be affected, that would apply to anyone in any situation.
And what's interesting is he talks about his voice. Most people solely associate Parkinson's with a tremor. I've got a tremor. Lots of people do have a tremor. Some people don't. They have other symptoms. And one of the symptoms is a weaker voice. My dear colleague, Mark Mardell, who's on our podcast, struggles with this and says it's the thing that gives him most grief. There is treatment for it, but it affects your confidence. That's the problem. You never quite know how you're going to be from one day to the next, whether you're going to have a good day or a bad day. And that causes a lot of stress, and stress makes your symptoms worse. Yeah,
and Rory, he's also talking about taking a balancing act between taking medication and managing the side effects. You will know from your own experience and from others that story only too well.
Yeah, I've just taken my pills. I take about a dozen or so pills a day. You've got to take them on time. Uh, as I didn't notice much difference at first, but now if I'm late with my pills, I really notice it. And you have to have it in your head all the time. Have I taken my pills? When will they kick in? If I take if I took too many, I'd get quite bad side effects, quite sort of jerky movements. So it's always a balancing act.
Always good to talk to you, Rory. Thank you so much. Rory Catherine-Jones. Of course, The Movers and Shakers is the podcast. Rory, thank you.
Thank you.